Electric vehicles, EVs, are vehicles that are powered by one or more electric motors, using electricity stored in batteries or other energy storage devices. They have gained significant attention and popularity in recent years due to their potential to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, dependence on fossil fuels, and air pollution. Here are some key points about electric vehicles. Types of electric vehicles. Battery electric vehicles, BEVs. These vehicles run entirely on electric power and are powered by rechargeable battery packs. They have no internal combustion engine, ICE, and produce zero tailpipe emissions. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, PHEVs. PHEVs have both an electric motor and an internal combustion engine. They can run on electric power for a certain distance before switching to the internal combustion engine, offering both all-electric and hybrid driving modes. Hybrid electric vehicles, HEVs. While not fully electric, HEVs use a combination of an internal combustion engine and an electric motor. They don't need to be plugged in to charge the battery. Instead, the battery is charged through regenerative braking and engine power. Advantages of electric vehicles. Environmental benefits. EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, reducing air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions compared to conventional gasoline or diesel vehicles. Lower operating costs. EVs are generally more energy efficient and have lower fuel and maintenance costs compared to internal combustion engine vehicles. Quiet operation. Electric motors are quieter than internal combustion engines, contributing to reduced noise pollution. Energy independence. EVs can be charged using a variety of energy sources, reducing dependence on fossil fuels and increasing energy security. Challenges and considerations. Charging infrastructure. The availability of charging stations, especially fast charging stations, is crucial for widespread EV adoption. Efforts are being made to expand charging networks. Range anxiety. Some potential buyers worry about the limited range of some EVs on a single charge. However, advancements in battery technology have been steadily improving range. Initial cost. EVs can have a higher upfront cost compared to conventional vehicles, largely due to the cost of the battery. However, incentives and rebates are often available to mitigate this cost. Battery technology. Improvements in battery technology are essential for enhancing EV performance, range, and longevity. Research is ongoing to develop more efficient and cost-effective battery systems. Government incentives and regulations. Many governments around the world offer incentives to encourage EV adoption, such as tax credits, rebates, reduced registration fees, and access to carpool lanes. Some regions are implementing regulations to phase out the sale of internal combustion engine vehicles in favor of electric vehicles to address environmental concerns. Market growth and industry players. The EV market has experienced rapid growth, with many major automakers investing heavily in EV technology and introducing new electric models. Tesla is one of the most well-known EV manufacturers, but traditional automakers like Nissan, Chevrolet, BMW, and Volkswagen also offer EV options. Sustainability considerations. While EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, the environmental impact depends on factors like the source of electricity used for charging, renewable versus fossil fuels, and the materials used in battery production. Overall, electric vehicles are a promising technology with the potential to revolutionize the transportation sector and contribute to a more sustainable future. Electric vehicle grid stability. Electric vehicles, EVs, have the potential to impact grid stability due to their growing popularity and their unique characteristics. Here's an overview of how EVs can influence grid stability and some strategies to manage these impacts. Charging patterns. The charging patterns of EVs can impact grid stability. If a large number of EVs start charging simultaneously, it can create spikes in electricity demand, leading to strain on the grid. To manage this, smart charging systems can be implemented. These systems can optimize charging times to distribute the load more evenly throughout the day, reducing the likelihood of sudden demand spikes. Demand response. Demand response programs involve adjusting electricity consumption in response to grid conditions. EVs can be integrated into these programs, allowing charging to be adjusted during peak demand periods or when renewable energy generation is high. This can help balance grid load and enhance stability. Vehicle-to-grid (V2G) technology. V2G technology enables EVs to not only draw power from the grid but also supply power back to the grid. During times of high demand or grid instability, EVs can discharge electricity back to the grid, providing a source of distributed energy storage. V2G technology requires advanced vehicle and grid integration, as well as appropriate incentives for EV owners to participate. Grid upgrades. As the adoption of EVs increases, some areas might require grid upgrades to accommodate the increased demand for electricity. Upgrading transformers, distribution lines, and substations can help ensure that the grid can handle the additional load without compromising stability. Battery storage. EV batteries can serve as distributed energy storage systems. During periods of low demand or high renewable energy generation, excess electricity can be stored in EV batteries. This stored energy can then be used to supply power to the grid during peak demand times, contributing to grid stability. Renewable energy integration. EVs can be charged using renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind. This can help reduce the carbon footprint of EVs and also align their charging patterns with periods of higher renewable energy generation. Grid management and monitoring. Advanced grid management and monitoring systems can help predict and manage potential grid stability issues. Real-time data analytics can assist in identifying areas of high demand, potential overloads, and other grid-related challenges. Policy and incentives. Governments and utility companies can implement policies and incentives to encourage EV owners to participate in demand response programs, V2G initiatives, and off-peak charging. Financial incentives and pricing structures can guide consumer behavior towards practices that enhance grid stability. In summary, while the mass adoption of EVs has the potential to impact grid stability, careful planning, technological innovation, and policy measures can mitigate these effects and even turn EVs into valuable assets for grid stability and renewable energy integration. The key is to establish a symbiotic relationship between EVs and the electricity grid, leveraging their flexibility and energy storage capabilities to enhance overall system resilience. Another improvement is to decouple the electric motor from the battery through electronic control, using supercapacitors to buffer large but short power demands.